No, I haven't given up hiking. I'm just trying to get back into cycling. I thought I'd forgotten, but I reckon it's just like riding a bike. Welcome back to the channel. I know you don't often see me on a bike, well, never actually, because I kind of gave up cycling 7-8 years ago when I was 50. Somebody hit us, kind of changed my attitude, you know. So I thought I'd get back into it, and it's harder than I remember. But we're going to go out up into the North Pennines, up onto the moors, have a little night out, and see how we get on. So I'll take you with us. I must say it's rather gorgeous. Spring has certainly sprung. I think we're about the 8th of May now, and all the blossoms out. The May blossom, the cherry blossom, the apple blossom, and along with it all the green fire and the bugs. Not so much fun when you're cycling, but it's quite a dull day today and it's cooled down, so should be less bugs with a bit of luck. This route I've taken is pretty much all a slight incline. It's not steep hills, but it's uphill all the way onto the tops of stand-up moors. And boy, am I feeling it. Oh, here's a big hill. I'm just passing Hounsgill Tea Room, which is absolutely the best cafe in the world. The prices are like at least 20 years out of date. They're so cheap and so good value, and really good food. So I'll be going there for my breakfast tomorrow if I get down. Oh dear, we hit another hill. Oh. Well, that didn't work out very well. Oh God, fell off, didn't I? Oh. Trying to get me drone to work, and it didn't want to work. Went straight in my face. Oh, let's pick this up. Went into my face, and knocked me off. Putting the sod away now. Pain in the arse. Not worth the risk. Let's assess the damage. Yeah, little scrape there. I think this is alright. Yeah. That's not so good. Oh, bloody annoying, isn't it? I've only done about 5 or 6 miles and I'm falling off already. Oh God. Yeah, you know what to say if you fall off. Best thing is to get back on again. So this part's part of the Sustrans network, and I know it looks like a road because it's tarmac, but some of it's track, some of it's like gravelled, some of it's tarmac, so it's pretty good, unless you fall off, of course. And then tarmac and flesh don't really go together very well, do they? As I found out. Oh dear. I'll recover. A couple of wolves coming up, I think. Alright. I survived. Thank you. tell you, cycling and filming don't go together. I'm not enjoying this. I'm off my bike, I'm on my bike. I fell off once due to trying to use the drone. Trying to hold it while you're cycling is there. This might actually be easier, but I've only got one hand obviously, so if anything goes wrong I'm knackered. But it's all just a big experiment, isn't it? You've got to try these things. So we're just coming into Wascally now. It used to be a station. Because obviously this Sustrans track used to be a railway track. I used to pull the coal up for smelting. I used to take the floor spar back from the mines over Rookup and what have you. And before that lead. Mining's a big part of Britain and especially the northeast. And now we have the legacy of the cycle tracks, which I'm very grateful for. Hello girls. Oh, I'm about 14-15 mile up now. Doesn't sound like much, but with this weight on, you're going slightly uphill. I'm feeling it. Whew. Yeah. So that over there is Smithy Shore Reservoir. One of three little reservoirs that feed down into the Derwent where I get my water. The other one's Wascally, Smithy Shore, and the third one I never remember. This is just a very small incline, it's probably something like 3%, less than 5 anyway. But it doesn't half sap your energy. And you can imagine a steam train going up here back in the day, can't you? Just chuntering away, like me, chuntering away. Whew. Guess what? Another gate. Oh yeah. So, how far have we come now? Well, I used to have this app, you know, that you can have on your phone called Strava. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Strava. And it used to tell you how far you'd gone, what your average speed was, what your top speed was, how many feet you climbed, how many calories you burned. And it was a handy tool. But it used to be free. And now I've started cycling again. It's getting on for £5 a month. And I mean, you can almost get 2 pints of Wetherspoons for £5. You know, what do you want? So it's priorities, isn't it? And besides, I know how far I've gone by how tired I feel. I know how many feet I've climbed by the views. And I know how many calories I've expended by how my stomach feels and how hungry I am. So who needs an app? So that there, you can see the other side of me is Wascally Reservoir, which is one of the 3 that I was talking about. I don't know if you can make it out there. It looks like it's got a beach to the other side. A beach. I'm glad it's not as hot today. It was 24 degrees last week and then it dropped down to about 7 degrees on Sunday. That was just the Sunday before the bank holiday. Of course it did, it was a bank holiday. Can't have good weather on a bank holiday, can you? It's not allowed. But it's back up to about 12 degrees, which isn't bad. And I'm glad it's not too hot when I'm cycling up this hill. So very shortly I'll be coming to somewhere called Parkhead Station, which again was another railway station on this line. And now it's a cafe, and you can stop the night there as well. And I remember when I first started cycling up this way 20 odd years ago, there's a guy called Terry from Stanley, my hometown actually, and he moved up here to an old house. He bought an old banger of a static caravan. He started to put coffee on and tea, and we'd always have a stew pot going and some bread. And as a cyclist, you were just grateful to get in there out the cold, have a nice hot bowl of stew. Quite often the bread was mouldy. It happened a few times. And you just picked the mould off and you enjoyed it and dipped it in your stew, because you were just glad to be out of the cold, and it was cheap, you know, and it was very much welcome. And now he got rid of the static caravan years ago, and he's built an extension on his house. It's a lovely cafe with much better food, and yeah, you can spend the night there, because this Sustan's track is part of the coast to coast route from the east coast to the west coast, over County Durham, Northumberland into Cumbria, and to Workington. So yeah, a lot of people use this, you know. Not everyone wants to camp out like you and me. Whew. And yet another gate. Thank God the spring loaded saves you having to go back. And there's that cafe, Parkhead Station that I was talking about, and I believe Terry still has it all these years later. And you can see his little extension on the end here, which is his little cafe, and he's got rooms to rent. So if you're ever doing the coast to coast, this is the place to go. So you are now overlooking Weardale, and we're going to go onto the main road here for a little while, but just a short section, thankfully, and a bit of a steep hill, unfortunately. That awful clunking noise you can hear there was just me changing down to first gear. You're probably going to hear some hard breathing soon. Oh God. Yeah, no, I'm pushing. The Pennines have a wild beauty about them, don't they? I just stopped there to take in the view. I'm doing a little bit of road cycling, 2 or 3 miles along here. It's a quiet road though, so it's not so bad. And the views, like I say, make it worth it. We'll go along here for a few miles, and I'll turn left onto the moor and I'll find somewhere to camp. Hello! That building over there, the derelict building, is what's left of Bold Slaw. It was an engine, which there's actually a notice board here telling you it was an engine used by the Weardale Island Company The railway line into Rookup from Towlow was the highest ever standard gauge railway in the United Kingdom. Its purpose was to haul iron ore and limestone from the Rookup terminus to the Towlow Ironworks, as well as pigs of lead to the Tyne in Newcastle. Coal was brought as return freight. It was built in 1846. That's what it looked like. Built in 1846, and it was still in operation 100 years ago, in 1923. And that there had windings that brought the wagons up this incline out of Rookup, right down there in the valley. Interesting stuff. Really well built, still standing here after 150 years. Just look at the thickness of the walls. Yeah, so there's a big engine in there. That's what that is, an engine house. And it pulled up the wagons from this huge incline out of the valley down there. Wasn't Britain great at one time? Weren't we fantastic? Self-sufficient? Amazing? What happened? Successive governments sold us down the line, didn't they? And they're still doing it now. Good to remind yourself just how fantastic we were though, isn't it? I have to say, the views from up here, pretty incredible really. Nice little cairn there. The village down there in the valley is called Rookup. Feeling that bird's going to keep me awake all night, because I came across them a couple of summers ago. I think they're called golden plover. So there we are, we've got set up there, nice flat spot. Bike's looking fantastic. So yeah, that's me setup there. This has got me my sleep system in there. I haven't put it up yet. That's me extern in there, my mat, my sleeping bag. I've also got a coat in there because it is bloody freezing, I tell you. I kept my camera gear in the front of there, and the rest of it was on my back, which is far from ideal. I think I need to get myself some panniers, to be honest with you, if I'm going to do a bit of bikepacking. Although the sun's shining, I've got to tell you, up here it's absolutely bitter. And I can't wait to get in and make myself some food, so that's what I'm going to do now. So I've got the kettle on again. I've had a cup already, but this time it's for my dehydrated meal, which I made about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. So I'm just going to put my GoPro batteries in my little sock there, next to the warm food to warm up, because they keep running out. And I didn't bring, only brought 3, and they just keep running out, because it's actually colder than I thought it would be. Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. So that's turkey mince, onion, carrots, peas, curry powder, and noodles. I don't normally add noodles, but I'm glad I have it. Just it gives it a different texture and a bit more bulk to it. So I'm going to eat this up and get myself warm. And although it's only about 8 o'clock and I've got another hour of light yet, I think I'll get into bed because it's bloody cold. Well, I've got the kettle on again. I'm going to have a nice cuppa and one of these nice nutty protein bars, which I don't have very often, but I just fancy something a bit sweet and a bit crunchy, so I'm going to have that for my supper or dessert or whatever. And I'm just taking in the views. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Pennines do take some beating, I have to say. So yeah, you're probably wondering, what am I doing on a bike? Well, the thing is, I used to be a cyclist rather than a hiker. Right up until I was about 50, 7, 8 years ago. I was quite fanatical. I used to go out and do 100-mile bike rides up into the borders of Scotland, over Cumbria, down into the Yorkshire Dales. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Wouldn't think twice about going 100 miles, 120 miles or more on my bike. I'd be out all day. Come back absolutely knackered. I absolutely loved it. And then when I was 50, I got hit by somebody, and it totally just demotivated. It's just knocked me confidence, and I didn't want to do it anymore, really. So, kettle's boiled. Hold on, I made a cuppa. So yeah, I just wanted to give it a go. I don't want to get back to the road cycling I used to do before. I don't think I could ever get that fit again. I was so fit. I used to climb every bloody mountain there was going. I did the Fred Whitten. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Fred Whitten Challenge. It's all the major peaks in the Lake District over, I don't know, about 113 mile, something like 13,000 feet of climbing. And I loved it. I loved the challenge of it. I used to do sportives and what have you. I don't think I'll ever get back to that, but I like the idea of putting some miles in and maybe getting some panniers on the bike and doing more off-road stuff and just doing some bikepacking. So this was my sort of first go at it. I just thought I'll stay local. I've gone straight from the house, haven't driven anywhere. I've ridden up the Sustrans track, 20 odd mile, something like that, into North Pennines. I'm lucky I live close by, with gorgeous views of Weardale. So yeah, I just thought I'd give it a go. And apart from falling off, grazing my knee, I'm doing all right. So we'll see how this goes anyway. I'm going to have my tea and I'm going to get into bed because it is rather chilly. It is rather chilly after all the lovely warm weather we've had in spring. So I will bid you good night and I'll see you in the morning. Well, that's me squared away, leave no trace as usual. I've got to tell you, it's absolutely freezing, it's bitter. And these aren't actually sunglasses, these, it just keeps the bugs out of your eyes. Or this morning there'll be no bugs, just so cold. It keeps the cold air going up your eyes so you're not crying all the way back. So I'll get on my bike anyway. What a beauty. We're all packed up, got me pack on my back. I'll get on our way. Yeah, that was a very peaceful night then actually, albeit a bit chilly. And I must admit I've left my trousers on this morning, feeling a bit soft. It's really cold, that wind. So I'm not going just along in my shorts. Anyway, we're going to head back and head for that Houndsgill Tea Rooms and have a nice hot meal and warm up. 20 odd miles back, it's not too bad. And I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you next time. I'll try not to fall off. You take care.